Hi guys, my name's Norma and welcome to my channel. I created this channel so that I could show people who are over 50 that it's never too late to reinvent yourself. Now, you're probably asking yourself, why in the world would I ever want to reinvent myself? Well, I was in a position where I had to reinvent myself. So it may be that you're in a position now where you feel very safe and secure in your job or in your situation, in your life, but sometimes life smacks us around. That's what happened to me a year and a half ago. I had been in dentistry for 35 years and I had been at the last job that I was at, I had been there for 22 years when one day my boss called me in and told me he was cutting my pay. He was offering to keep me, but yet he was going to cut my pay, and it was going to be by a third. I told him no because I knew I was not going to continue, especially at this point in my life. I was not going to continue to work 10-hour days and get a third less pay. I just wasn't going to do it. Now, that being said, my husband and I, even though we are kind of at that point in our lives where we're getting closer to retirement, I'm 58. At the time, I was 57. But we're raising our grandson. He's 3 now. At the time when all this happened with me at my job, he was a year and a half. So I was 57 years old with a 1.5-year-old grandson that we had had since birth. My husband at the time was getting ready to retire, talking about it. He hadn't made any plans set in stone, but he had been talking about retiring in the next couple of years. And I freaked out because I didn't know what I was going to do. But I did know I was not going back to the 9-to-5. I was not going to go back into the workforce and continue to work long hours. I wanted something different. I wanted to be able to stay home with my grandson. All the many years of raising our kids and doing all the craziness, you know how you are. You work your hours, you do the best you can to get off on time, to go be at that ball game or that practice when you're supposed to be. Kids are in different directions. It was crazy raising our kids. And I knew that I didn't want to do that again. And so even though I was terrified and angry at first, I was angry. I realize now it was a blessing because God does that to us, right? He sometimes puts us in positions where we are forced out of our comfort zone. We're forced into doing something different. Now, that situation that happened to me, I could have just crawled in a corner and cried and decided like I could go down that negative road and just feel sorry for myself. But that's not me, and I chose not to. I chose to find a better way, and that's how I ended up online. Now, when I initially started online, it was to work for someone else. I was looking for a way to just earn money. I was looking for a way to work for someone else to give me a paycheck to do whatever they needed me to do from home. But what I found is that I could actually work for myself. I could be an entrepreneur, start my own business. I could help other people do the same thing, which is why I'm here to show you how you can do this also. Then I was also introduced to the whole social media and monetization I didn't know existed. Like, I thought people were just out there online because they wanted to put themselves out there and they wanted a following and all of that, which is all fine and good, but I didn't realize that they were getting paid. So when I found out about all this, I was like all in. Now, that being said, I knew nothing. So if you're someone who knows nothing also, it's okay. That's why I'm here, because I'm here to show you. I want to help fast track you to getting there a little faster than what I have. Because when I first started online, like, I'd never created videos. I'd never done this before. I had never gone live. God forbid, I did not think I'd ever go live. And of course now I do regularly, because you just get over your fear. You got to get out of that comfort zone. You got to get out of that mentality of working for someone else and having someone else tell you what to do. And then once you get past all that, it's all golden. Then you start learning. Your world opens up. It's like your mind opens up. So that's how I ended up in this space. And I decided to start this channel to show people who are my age. You know, if you're 50 or over and you're in a position where you're like, you know what? I have more left to give, right? Or maybe you're in a situation where you want to just have something to do that's fun. This is fun. And you can actually earn an income. And you can earn however much that you want. It just depends how much you put into it, right? So come along on this journey with me. Make sure you're subscribing to my channel, like this video, I would greatly appreciate it, and follow along with me. I'll show you how to do it. All you have to do is decide what makes you happy. What is it that you are passionate about? And then go talk about it. Go share with other people, because there's a lot of people out there. I think it's like over 5 billion people out there in the world who have a social media account of some sort. It doesn't have to be on this platform. It could be. I mean, to me, I feel like YouTube is the best platform, but maybe it's not the one that you're the most comfortable with. That's okay. I'll show you how to get started with some of the other ones. And then you can go out there, start connecting with people, because that is the biggest thing, connection. Be yourself. Be you. Be yourself, and just tell it like it is. If you're struggling, talk about it. Follow with me, because I'm going to share all the ins and outs of the stuff, because I got lots of stuff, right? I'm raising my grandson. That doesn't come real easily. That's going to be part of the story that I share with you guys. I'm starting here because I'm just now starting this YouTube channel, and I'm starting with sharing my life. How did I end up here? Why am I here? I'm here in order to help you know that you can do this also. You don't have to have special skills. You don't have to have any special knowledge or connection. You just have to be willing to learn and be willing to put yourself out there and get out of your comfort zone. Because you know what? Being comfortable gets you nowhere. Being comfortable keeps you exactly where you are. Now, if you are exactly where you want to be, awesome, good for you. But the majority of us, we want more. We want to get out there and have more, whether it's more time for our family, more time to enjoy things that we want to enjoy because we're tired of spending our entire life behind a desk or at a job or being told what to do by someone else. You know, maybe you just want your time back, like me. That's exactly what I wanted. Maybe you just need that income so that you don't have to be worried about living on a fixed income. For me, it's not so much a need. It's more of it makes me feel good to be able to provide for my family. And I like to have my own income. You know, I always have, and I like having that. So when I left my job, I was like, I'm finding a way that I can actually earn an income from home and be able to help provide for my family, because that's just me. That's what I've always done. But then also, I wanted to help people. I've always known that I have a calling to help people, and you do too. You just haven't tapped into it just yet. Let me show you how. We can have a conversation and talk about what it is that you are passionate about. It doesn't have to be something huge. It can be something very small. Like for me, raising my grandchild. There's a lot of people out there who are like me that are raising a grandchild or multiple grandchildren, and they want that connection. They want to be able to connect with people who are like them. Maybe you like to garden. Maybe you like to barbecue and you're very into the competitive barbecuing, or you want to get into that. Maybe you like to golf. Maybe you like to fish. Maybe you are very into your dogs or your cats. There's so many things that you are passionate about that's just every day to you. Don't even think about it. And there's a lot of other people out there in the world who are passionate about those same things. And guess what? That way you start a community. And then over time, you become monetized on your social media also. and start that community, and you can also have other ways of monetization. Follow along with me. Let's get you started living your dream.